So in this case I have marked with red the neck of the teeth. Marked with red the neck of the teeth, which is the gingival area, and which we are definitely not going to. Thank you so much. Gingival area where we are not going to get our clasp into. So the line angle is actually going to be here. This is going to be straight. When you come back later on, when the lights are on, you can come in and show me. I'm going to ask you to come in and show me the line angles. Therein I will help you identify it better. Okay, that line angle there. It's going to be almost a straight line. This is the location of my clasp. Here the line angle is a little bit more sharper, right? So this is the line angle. My clasp needs to be there. This is my marginal ridge. Mesiobuccal line angle, distobuccal line angle is different from distal marginal ridge. It's important to identify, especially if it's close to the edentulous area. So we are going to go here. This is our retentive undercut. We're going to have an occlusally approaching clasp, which is going to be below the marginal ridge. It's going to come to this location, away from the gingiva. Okay, it's an occlusally approaching, 3/4 occlusally approaching clasp, something like this. Then from here, it's going to move out away from the tooth and get into this undercut. 9 gauge wire. Thank you. You have a cutter. Try to take out a little bit extra wire. Don't be very stingy. You will not be able to manage with your hand. When you cut the wire, make sure you're holding the wire that you're going to cut. In the clinic, sometimes when you cut it just like that, children are there, patients are there, can go in and impinge into the child, in the neck, into the eye, God forbid. We create a big problem. So always hold your wire. This is the open part of the cutter. You want to keep it away from you. Use the closed part. Come in this way. This way the wire is in your hand. Okay? The wire has a natural bend because it was looped. Work with it, don't work against it. Alright, so you have a universal plier. This is a universal plier, and this is a reasonably good one. There are these round portions that we want to use for creating curves. The sharp edge is what you want to use for creating a sharp bend. One universal plier can do all the work that you need. Only problem with this universal is this being very thick in diameter. Being so thick in diameter is not a great idea. Otherwise you have to use 2 pliers like this. So the idea of universal is, if you have universal, you can do with 1 plier, you can do everything. Any which ways. So I'm going to work with this. Use the rounded end. So I want to create a curve like this. So I'm going to use the rounded end because I'm going to bend this way. If I bend this way, it's going to become a curve. If I bend this way, it will be sharp. Okay? Because the mouth of the pliers are different. So I'm going to just hold the corner, just gently push it in a little bit, gently go up, gently push it in, gently go up. So now I've created a small sort of a U. You can make it a little bit bigger. Okay? Okay? We was asked to bring a CD marker. So you have a thick end and a thin end. Today we are going to use the thin end. Okay? I've got this, I've placed it, I'm in my undercut. Good. Placed. Make a mark. Okay? Now you have to imagine your tooth was there. This is the mark. You have to bend it this way, right? With that imagination, hold your, I'm using the sharp edge now. Hold your clasp maybe in a little bit. At the mark, gently Yektos, just want to see, it's in a different location, my mistake, see? So at this point, I can correct it. If you make a one big bend, everything will disappear. So bring it back, find the location. Looks much better. You can check if it is okay. Okay. Is it visible? I don't know. Is it visible? Yeah? Okay. So now I need a second bend. I need a second bend. Okay, so that I can bend it down. Now I know that the first bend is correct position. I just need to make it a little bit more sharper. I can use an Adams plier for that. Hold it in the correct location and make it sharper. See, now it's a much sharper bend. And then I'm going to bend my second one also. Now I need the second bend to bend outward, right? So this is my position of my clasp. I want to bend it this way. So this grip needs to be pretty strong. You need to have steel grip, okay? I need to tighten it a little bit. Use my anything curved. Okay, also I have this end is touching, so just bend it up. So okay. So we have our clasp this much ready. It's almost in line. I need to go a little bit down maybe and cut it somewhere here so that I can loop it. But it is touching till here. Bend it a little bit. I'm going to cut it at the second mark. Hold. When you're going to make a loop next, you need to make it the loop parallel to this. Parallel to this. Okay, so you hold it again, a good grip, and he's looking at me. It's not as easy as it seems. You can make it pretty. If you want to make it pretty, you can give it a counter twist and make it look like it came out of a factory. You can do that if you want to. Don't make it also, it's okay. All I need is a loop because you need mechanical interlocking. Okay? And you need to bend this down. And there we are done. See the clasp? It's away from the gingiva. It is going occlusally approaching. It is into my undercut. And this is it. The tag arm area, I'm going to just bend it a little so that I have a little bit more. Very thick end. The end is a bit thicker side. Okay, carding back. This wax is called carding wax. Give me a piece of wax, ordinary wax. Yeah, thank you. Light up this guy. So definitely the clasp cannot stay in place without a wax support, okay? It's definitely going to need some wax support to stay in place. This wax is called carding wax. If I ask you to use carding wax, it should be very, 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 very little. Because I remember last time I saw taught PCP2, I told them you can use a drop of carding wax. They made the entire record block in carding wax. Different waxes have different property for different reasons. Ektos, one small piece of carding wax you can use if you want. A small piece, okay, at the bottom of the wax can help that wax stay in position. It's not in the neck, it's into my undercut, occlusally approaching, getting into the space. Okay, so it needs to come up, be slightly far away from the ridge because you're going to embed it into your acrylic later. So it cannot be adapted to the ridge, the tag arm. This area will have some space, and that space will be for the record block. So and things like that. Got it? So you have to make 2 clasps for the maxillary 2 premolars and 1 clasp for the mandibular premolar. This is the exercise that you have to practice. Next week I will show you how to do the interdental between the 2 teeth here. I will show you how to make a clasp. One we will do here and one we will do here. So in the mandibular class 2 you will have 1, 2, 3 clasps. Maxillary class 1 you will have 1, 2 clasps. In the class 4 you will have 4 clasps. In a class 3 you will have 4 clasps. Understood?